Good morning, or is it good morning? Yeah, almost good morning. It's 11:36 p.m. and it is your Ray Roberts here. And instead of enjoying and socializing with my friends, I am creating videos for my TESOL class at PIA. That's how much I appreciate you guys and love you guys. So let's drive forward TESOL candidates. Last week we went over how to do proper searches using search engines such as Google, Bing, there were some candidates who were not present during that explanation, and some of you who were present may have forgotten or a little confused as to what the assignment was. So let's just review it briefly. And so basically, here what you want to do is you're going to come up with some type of bogus research question or something that you may be interested in. Let's not call it bogus. Let's call it something that you always was curious about. And here's one I came up with. Are juveniles who experience parental corporal punishment more likely to commit criminal acts of violence? So basically, all I really want you to do is, there's two purposes to this activity. The first purpose is for you to learn to get in the habit of using citations. We're educators, we're intellectuals, we are researchers, we're practitioners, and everything that we do, we should back up with research. So this is the purpose of this activity. So I want you to get into the habit of citation, APA style. Again, as we mentioned before, if you're not familiar with APA, you can go to Microsoft Word is your buddy. So you can go to References, and then you can go into Insert Citation, or you can go to Manage Sources, because we're not really doing a citation. So you can go to Manage Sources, okay, and then you can add a new source, okay, and then whatever you find, and basically what's going to happen is you're going to do some searches or keyword searches, and then once you find an article that is respectable or that is a verifiable, reliable source, you can go and, if let's say it's a journal article or book or something you found off the website that you find to be very reliable, or report, dissertation, something you maybe found on YouTube, interview. So you just click and then you just follow. These are the main variables that you need for your APA. These are additional variables, so they're not mandatory. The ones in red stars are mandatory. So if you just go into this one right here, I'll just give you the mandatory one. If you want to add additional, that's fine. And then what happens is, as you insert them, click close, you will, and then when you want to add your references, you can just go down to bibliography here, and then all your references will come up. So you just click on references. Once you click on references or works cited, then you'll get, it will automatically format it for you for APA, as this is an example here. Okay, so let's see, this one is a journal, this one is a journal article, this one is also another journal article. All three of these are journal articles. Alright, let's see if I can show you real fast the difference between them. Let's see. The difference between different APA sources. APA is one way. There are many ways to source. More and more people are moving towards APA. Although, let's see. Okay, so this would be an example of an interview. right? APA style. Let's see, I thought I had some examples for you guys. If you have any, like I said, Microsoft Word will help you out. If you have any questions, you can always, or concerns, you can always just Google APA format, and there's a lot of sites, Purdue, and there's a lot of different sites that will show you how to do it properly. But use Microsoft Word. Let's see if I thought I had some examples. Let's just try this one. If we don't have any examples, another one after this, then it's fine. You guys can do the research. Just outline. Yeah, there's no thing there. But these are journal. This gives you an idea. If it was a book, it'll look a little bit different. But again, sorry I can't give you any examples. But again, if let's say you found the book in your search, you can go here to so in your Microsoft Word, you can go to Manage Sources, under References tab, Manage Sources, and then click New, and then whatever the source is, whether it's an interview, a journal. Journal and books are very reputable, obviously. An article out of a periodical, okay. A report like a dissertation or something like this. Some reliable stuff off a website, especially if it's an EDU website or a .gov website. Be careful with .com websites. A document from a website, like a PDF document that you pull from a website. Artwork, electronic source, sound recording, so music. If you're quoting something from a music song, a film, Hollywood film, an interview. So everything here, okay. There's even a format for legal cases, court cases, like here. Okay. And again, these are all the mandatory fields that you must fill out based on an APA setting. All right. So I kind of should have showed you that last, but that's fine. So basically what I want you to do is I want you to set up, just like here, instead of putting database, just put search engine. And the search engine, so here you would write Google or Bing, okay? So for the assignment, I asked you guys to do this 3 times. One with Google, one with Bing, I believe, or Yahoo. Bing or Yahoo. And then the other one with DovPow. And DovPow is a search engine that will actually search through all the search engines. Okay, so it's pretty neat. So what I want you to do is tell me how you searched for it, and we went over this last Saturday. Basically, so parent with the asterisk. So with the asterisk, it'll pull up any word that's parent that has the root word parent. So it might parents, parental, things like this. Okay. And then what N does is N will pull up any article or book or whatever it has the words parent, abuse, and corporal punishment. And if you want to put corporal punishment together, you will use a quotation. So it'll find the words corporal punishment together. If you didn't have the quotation here, what it would find is every result that had corporal and then punishment in it. But if you want it together, which will narrow your search down, you add your quotes here. Then violence, okay. And then when you use or for synonyms or words that are synonymous. So violence or criminal, they're kind of related. In violent crime, again, I want the words violent crime together. So when I did this search like this, and I put it in the search bar like this, with juvenile, I came up with 236 results. Now that was in a database. You're gonna probably find a lot more on the Google or Bing. So you just put the results that you find there, and then I want you to start narrowing the results down. And I showed those guys on Saturday how to narrow it down. I'm going to show you real quickly here, very quickly. So let's see, let's copy and paste that result right here. Just copy that. Okay, and then we're going to go into, let's go into Google. Okay. Let's go into Google. We'll put this in search bar, paste that, and then see what we find. Alright, so here we have 86,700 results. So what we'll do is we would record that here. So we'll put how we searched it, and then 86,000 whatever it was results. And then we'll start narrowing those results down, because we want to get them as small as possible, because that's a lot of results to go searching through. So then we go into settings and we go to advanced search. Okay, here in advanced search we can start narrowing our search down by language, by last updates, by any of these words. We can start putting words in, okay, and help narrow our search down. Okay, so you can start narrowing your search down. Okay. So this is the advanced search feature in Google search engine. Okay, so I want you to kind of narrow it down. Once you narrow it down, then you would pick a result that you narrowed down to. So for instance, let's do this. Let's go .gov. Alright, so that means I'm going to find only government documents. And notice now I only have 402 results, and these results are going to be reliable. So then I can, let's say I click on this one, the relationship between parenting and delinquency, a meta-analysis. Click on that. Okay, and here is the actual research. All right, reliable research. Right. So then, if you want to read it, that's awesome. But then all you have to do now is add all this information into your Word document. So you would go into Word under References, Manage Sources, because you're not citing anything, and then New, and then that would fall under Journal Article. So we do Journal Article, and then all the authors. So let's see here. These are all the authors right here. This is the name of the research. Just so you know, when we write the title down of the research, all these words are after the first word are lowercase unless it's a proper noun. So R will be lowercase, B will be lowercase, P will be, D will be lowercase, and then after your colon, the first word is capital, and then everything else is lowercase unless it's a proper noun. Okay. Then you find another thing you need is the name of the journal source. In this case, the name is J. Abnorm Child Psych, the Journal of Abnormal Child Psychology. So that's what you would write. So let's show you, so you can see here. So you would, where am I at? So, no, guys. Alright, I got so much stuff on. Alright, so there you would put, that's where you put the journal name, and then the journal name, so the Journal of Child Psychology or whatever it was, the title of it, all the authors you put there. When you put the author's name, it's very important that you put the author's name, and the next author name, you add the semicolon. Because if you add a comma, it's just going to think that one author has a very long name. So after each author name, you put a semicolon. So let's say it was John Smith. So you would just put semicolon. Okay. And if you put the first name first, the last name first, so you would have to put a comma, Smith, John, and then semicolon, Bob. Let's see, Grace, comma, Bob. Okay, and then if there's another author, so on and so forth. Okay. So that is kind of the assignment, not the kind of the assignment. That is the assignment. So figure out, play with your search, add your ands and your ors. Remember, your ors are for synonymous words like maybe violence or criminal and suspect. So you put criminal or suspect or assailant, and then everything else you can put and. Okay, and abuse and punishment. All right, punishment or discipline, because they're synonymous words. You can add an asterisk to get different variations of that word, that root word. Okay, so just kind of play with it, have fun with it, record the number of results, and kind of show me how you narrowed it down. Okay, and then when you get to a certain point, just select one of the articles, whether it's a book, whatever, and go into Microsoft Word as I showed you, put it in the APA cell. The other thing to make sure is that it says APA, because as I said before, there's a lot of different ways to cite. So make sure you put APA 6th edition. Okay. All right. So hopefully that helps you out on this week's assignment. I'm looking forward to see you guys' responses. Have a pleasant day. Happy teaching. Be somebody's champion.